In the name of God, and prayers and peace be upon the messenger of God. Hello friends, today we returned with a new lecture in the Photoshop League, specifically in the program Adoy Adabi Photoshop Tamam. Today we are going to make a practical application or give many examples which will benefit us a lot in designs. Wow, it will help us a lot in editing images and so on in detail. We will talk about many topics such as how to change teeth such as yellow. The teeth are tired and the color is tired. They turn white, or how can I change, for example, a flash on the eye, for example. I don't take a picture of a person and this person is an eye-to-eye flash, short, giving a picture, eye location, red color, some kind of how can I delete it, and how to move and delete any element within the image, move, delete, and copy. In addition, how can I repeat the image as a complete image, etc. Many details will be missed. In practical application, let's start very quickly. In the beginning, I am the first thing I have. For example, I have a picture. Let's call the picture. Come here, my friends, and we will choose the image that we want to apply to the first performance, or the first experience, which is the teeth that I have here. Here, the teeth that I have a yellow color. We will enlarge the image. Off on server Z. The picture I have here is somewhat different. The teeth are not white or have dirt or color on them. They are very close to yellow. I want to change the color of the teeth I have here in this part of the picture. The first thing I go to is that I am on a wire. Or you could use this designated tool. The part I want to adjust is the teeth I have here. Or by draining the selection I have on, by going after it on an image, and after an image by going on. I will proceed with the available option, select it manually, and it will display the corresponding list for me. Is the first step clear to you? You have the liberty to choose, but my priority is selecting the color I desire. For instance, Master Han, I am opting for the zeros shade. Pardon me, I need to address the yellow hue here that either needs removing or altering. I am now lightening the red shade present here. And add the white color that I have below. And in addition, I will come here on the list below and tighten a little. With a bit of color adjustment, the appearance of my teeth looks markedly different, whether it's from before or after. Moreover, Han, can you see the difference now? How? Let's choose the picture. What was it like before or after? Excuse Jahan Benigi, we choose the picture and draw it from D1. This is how we, my friends, took the old photo and placed it above the edit. National. This is the picture we put, right? Is this what the picture was like after we edited it? It is before and so on. Here, cover or a bad, the topic is very easy. He found it quick and very normal. Let's repeat it again. Like this new picture. I come to identify the place or teeth that I have here, and I will completely identify them, and I will go after them on an image, and then I will go after them with a spirit on hues. Bajihun is colorless to yellow. I want to correct it by reducing the red color that I have, and by adding the white color in addition to the face here on the list, the colors below, and tightening this part a little for me, so my teeth will look like this. I have a completely different before and after in terms of teeth. We also see once before and after. It is like this for me before. The modification, and so after the modification, this is the first point that I wanted to explain in terms of modifying the teeth. Let's come to the second point, which is the flash point. What does flash mean? We talked about it in a general explanation. Let's choose the first thing, a picture, in order to explain it better. Let's choose pardon or not. We choose the image we edit, negi, for this picture. Like this picture I have, I am the person who is photographing this girl who was given the clothes of old phones or cameras of a certain quality or a certain way of shooting what gives with the flash a red color on the eyes. How do we remove this red color? We will also get a third of the points I have here and choose the performance that is. Here is the performance I have that has an eye drawing on it, and in addition a plus sign above it, which is its abbreviation on the keyboard. Its shortcut on the keyboard is hot. Okay, we come to the performance, but we press on the eye, so in my mind, I am the donkey that was present with me, or the red color that was covered over the eye. We give another example quickly. We put an open window and choose from the second one, which is the picture. We decide, okay, we come to the same tool as it is. The abbreviation is sniggy. We press on the eye. I feel the color red. Quickly, a fairly simple form before or after heck before. Just one click. Are you going there? Okay. Negi for the second point. Or the one after, which is a point. Okay, let's come to the point of moving or deleting an element within the picture. Let's come to the point of taking the picture of the football that I have here, or the tablet that is on the field. Now we want to modify it. We have certain amendments to it, which is the first amendment. How can I swear it? Second amendment, how do I copy it? I work more than one copy on it. The third point, how? Do I delete and copy it or move it from one place to another? In the beginning, I have this one that is here. Okay, let's choose this tool that I have. The weight, in short, on the keyboard will be determined by me. I am the tablet that is here. I press print on it. When I got drunk, he gave me a complete selection on it, a right-click button, and I press movie. Make sure that it is the selection on and press OK. And what happens to me here is that the character I have is directly hidden. I am here on the field, okay? This is the first point that we want to settle. It is a very simple topic at all. The first thing we determined was that we took justice that we wanted to determine, and we determined the part that we wanted to remove or delete it. After I determined it, I gave you a right, and I gave you a right. I made sure she was on. Okay, it disappeared at the element. All this first point, we kind of come to the second point, which is the process of deleting the element that we did. We want to do the process of copying the element more than part, okay? At first, I determine the element I have, Han, by the performance below it. Okay, I will come to her chosen one, who chooses the tablet I have here. Okay, so it has been determined. I'm going to open a new ear and press a good collateral to stick it down. Excuse me, okay. Saying it's the intoxicant we open? And make a copy of it, okay? I mean, why don't you get drunk? This is my version of the bar, okay? We come to the point below. What do I want to work on? I want to decorate it with the same step. I come to this tool and select it. This is what I selected for the tablet I have. Excuse me, this came up to me. Okay, can I make sure that it is the main one on the field with the table? Will I come to determine the table? Okay, remove it. But in some things, why are we obliged to remove it quickly? This download at Taba is here. but in the one above, I have a stamp that I copied. Okay, I come here and I can control it like this. I carried out a transfer process for the item. Now that I have enlarged the picture a lot, we would not equate pardon to a problem. If we had settled Zaid Admakat and returned it, it would not be clear to me that the difference was somewhat different or that it was of a lesser nature in the first place, so I did a special operation. The first thing I did was copy the tablet. Okay? Then the main board was deleted. And you moved the copied class, which is obedience to Taba Taba. Where did you move it? Me? A minute, let's go back quickly. This tablet was just as it was. Handir, who I have here, come to the first thing. I have set seconds for us to come to this performance. I selected the character or element that I want to edit, clicked, that is, did I leave the taba or pardon the basic one not closed so that I can edit it. Leave me or copy me the item I selected directly into a private layer. Okay? Fair in layer thani, excuse me. In addition, I will come to the first class and I will come to determine it with me here, and I will come to make a movie for it, as we explained before. How can I just make sure that it is on? Heck, we come and press on top of what is to hide what I have here. This is what happens to me. The basic tablet has disappeared. I still have the copy tablet in the private one so that I can control it. And I move it from one place to another as I need this. The second point now, the point that is this point, the process of transferring or aligning the character or the basic element, that is the point after that. I want to do a copying process for the element, meaning I enter it as it is, but oh God, I want to copy it. I come to the same thing. I come to the one I want to work on and I come here. I'm sure. Regarding the item, pardon? Okay, I'll copy and specify the item here. This is what I want to work on with you. I mean, how can I copy the character or item I have here and get a new guest? Or excuse me, oh, I have a new guest and I put down the number of copies, so I copied it more than one copy for the table I have. Here, if I come here on these 11, we are controlling the elements. It turns out how many stamps are in my unit, 2, it is 3, depending on what is available. Here, I wanted 2. Okay, he gave me more than a good present, Hon. This is the basic layer. We modify it, or so I made more than one tablet within any workspace without affecting the tablet or the basic element that was present here. Okay? My friends, heck, we finished this example and made more than one copy. Inside the picture of the tablet I have here without deleting it, is the item present or affected in any way? Okay, let's go to the next example. The next example, we want to give a topic about restoration of goodness. Okay, let's put it in. For example, we choose open, we choose the image high. This picture in front of us is a picture of the child I have here for a few seconds. Okay, the child I have is here. I'm going to change this picture to this one. From this picture to that picture, there are things that make the picture completely inappropriate. This picture is of a child, but the picture is old and worn, kind of, and there are some, things and problems like this are what we are going to try as best we can to fix. Or we fix it to the picture so that it becomes in this position. In the beginning, I go to it and I go to have a tool. The remover is like the one whose picture is like the one whose potion is like the sticky potion. I will show you this list, and you will show me its characteristics above the nature of its characteristics. You can control it. You want it big. You also want it bigger or smaller. Depending on the workspace you intend to use, well, at first I grew up somewhat. I come to the scratches that I want to remove by walking and identifying them. What does this tool do? You carry out a process of familiarization between the existing aspects so that the position becomes, because you determined it to be consistent with the image as a whole. I will have something like this. I start hiding things. This doesn't necessitate me, or I attempt to delete it. Like this. What should be removed? I have lines and scratches. I come from her. As for the face, if we put it like this, live in places close to this place, which is the eye, okay? So what do? And he comes to me here, and we change the light to 4, and we grow up with me here. Lindsay is a controlling girl. Something or something. I mean, more accurate. We see that what you are is the impurities or lines. And the things that you do not need for the image in order for the image to be restored. Eat a costume in the adjacent picture on the right. We will continue to determine this. And so, in general, Abel, I don't have the final shape very close to the shape on the right. And so on. There is no stage we are in the lecture in general to accomplish in the lecture, but the basic idea goes with me. And you become determined by the things that you don't want, and you immediately swear them to me from the picture that I have, such as these, remove them to the end, regarding the lines, and so on and so on. It becomes somewhat like this, very close to the restored image I have on the faith side. What did we finish? Somehow lost in the face of Allahan. And points. And so on. And so on. And so on of the details. If we come, we will get the picture. Oh, we will see how it was and how it became. Okay, call the picture first. Hey, my friends, we took the picture and put it on top of the picture we edited. That was the picture in the beginning. The picture came out. Here is the one to the north, and this is what we did before. And so after seeing how much more than 60 to 70%, we restored it, and I shortened it for the sake of time, but you can remove the rest of it so that it becomes completely restored. And in addition to adding color to it and changing my color to it, you will end up in this housing. Heck yet. And so before it came out, the amount of details that I cancelled and deleted from the picture was a lot, and they were in places close to the face, meaning you can change the features of the face, but this indicates the accuracy of the tool that it is. Such a grave and such yet, etc. Hide for image restoration so that you delete objects or parts of the image, and it is restored so that it becomes a valid image, meaning somewhat color adjustable, etc., becomes more appropriate. This is for the second tool, or for the practical application of image restoration, that is by means of a tool. We will come up with another example, or another performance. We want to learn it, which is through mixing. What does mixing mean? I take a picture and mix it with a second picture. I want it to become, completely shared with this picture. We give a practical application on it. We cancel the first thing, this application. An application? Example of character, come to me. We come and choose the pictures we work on, which is Ben. Okay, my friends, we are currently calling the image we want to merge into a second image. This is the initial image. We will call the second image. We will not merge it with it. We will go, for example, to the files I have. We will choose, for example, this image and add it to. Okay, then we press right so that the image will be installed in its place. And in addition, click on the tools. I have this tool that I press on it. I want to identify a pilot. It automatically identifies me the plane I have here. In my spirit, I have to perform this on or excuse this choice to cancel the background. Okay? Come here to determine the position of the plane. We will raise it up so that the plane can control it. Oh, don't press on it, excuse me. I press on it like this and you go to add it and you go to free transfer and you sit and specify it as you want. This is how Milan goes up and down until the end, depending on what you want to adjust it. Or imagine it and magnify it to the end. Okay? This is 100% correct. Come to this. We press on the catcher tool or the catcher position that we have selected, right click on it and go to the selection. This is what it is. We press it perfectly and then we make sure it's mine. For advice on the log, I will select the first one, that is the one with black on it, and select the cultural with the second halyard. Then I will go to the edit list and I will go to this menu appears to me. I choose from this second option and I press OK automatically. It merges with me in the plane into the picture and it becomes like a system. The same is fine, my friends. Heck, we had an operation. What? We blend the plane here, we blend the background, and we blend it with the second picture, okay? Let's move on to the next step, which is the process of repeating the image. The image I have here, I want to repeat, such as 20 images, 40 images, etc. 40. How exactly does this procedure function? Let's delve into it immediately. In the beginning, I activate the one that determines the layer I have, and I press on the one that is the effects, and I go to it. I come to the existing list. This is what it is. I want to choose. It is not placed on it, but I put it on it and press the stroke menu, and the list of this menu appears. I don't have a size and I leave it, for example, instead of 10, I leave it, for example, 40. Or let it be, for example, 30 is appropriate 30. Excuse me, okay. Let's leave it at 30, then we'll make sure it's on center. If it's on center, we'll leave it on center, and we'll make sure it's the one I have here in black, then, okay? Okay, at the beginning, I will have to come to the next point. I will go to the list that came, and I will choose this option, which is the definition, better. I press on it and name the one that I call, such as I leave 56, and press on my hand. In addition, I go to this list and I go and choose amputation from it. This list appears to me that is coming here. This is the picture of the trees that I have, or the leaves of the trees that I come to press. I am on the arrow that is under it. I select the image I'm working on. Okay? And you had the 100. I want to empty it. For example, I have 20. This makes me more than one picture inside the frame. I want to provide it like a, let it be, for example, 21, but if we make it like 33, the number will become smaller. If you want to increase it, it will decrease a few times. You will have a very large number and reduce one digit until the end. This thing will return you. In some way, you can repeat ah as much as you like. Ah. The picture? Nihino, okay, no. A year under, we quickly retrace the steps. Yes, why am I the one who comes like this? We give it to this picture that I have. I go, in the beginning, I go to the one after that. This option, which is it, or this list will appear. I go to a stroke from the list of strokes I have. Of course, I will press it on the list so that you can see the list. Make sure it is the stroke and I will continue working on it. I saw lists like what I wanted. 40 instead of 30, for example. I'll show you Han, ensure it's centered, and validate that it's the black color on Han's baggy back piece. Alright. Here I lived at the OK baggy. I have here after we did the E to confirm it. Baggy, I am on the edit list and I choose this option. I name it something like 5, okay? So I have a sword and a baggy Han on the second list, which is the one next to it that I press on and choose. On this list, I choose the last picture that I made and I come to choose something like a 22, and you will see the result I have or a repeat of the picture. In this way, 345, 242, 4525 pictures were made for me. Repeats like this. Can you perform a repeat operation? Of course, the picture came out to me. I had a picture of the pilot because we worked on what was underneath, so it was not a problem. These are the basic steps through which you can repeat the image. We come to the last or penultimate point. Excuse me, I do some kind of a specific image in an easy way. We come, for example, we press and go and call up the image we are working on. We come like we choose. This picture? Like my friends, oh, I want to do it. The first thing to be sure is that the one I have here is a lock on it so that any modification is left as it is. I choose a new one and then I come to the tool that Tom put on it and choose the place I want to work on. The flame or the, okay, press from here like here. Kind of like this, yes, that's fine. Then I go to, I'm on a filter list. After a filter list, I go to, I'm on render, and I choose so and so to appear on this list. You can edit it, such as colors, size, or shape, etc. Its details. Multiple fire, and you have coordinates that you can control at your convenience. Extremely light. You are a computer. What influence do you want? Of course, what's wrong? Perfect. And press OK, and it came out to me. I'm here to have an impact on it. And cancel it. Specifically, now I have some kind of flame inside or outside who. Now, I factor this effect in as much as I can control the location of this effect, because it is placed in something other than the... And come on the eraser. Erase parts of the impact as necessary, in order to ensure it is produced in the correct format that is required by us, as an example. For example, is it necessary for us or for others? and so on. This is somewhat about the effect in a simple way. You use it, for example, in a picture. If we return like I have, and like this, like what is shown, you can also adjust its size or size by pressing 2 on the size, and you will determine the size and so on from the details you have. For regarding the filter, this is our task. Apply the filter with buzz, etc. Here we conclude the second to last example for the final example. Okay, my friends, this is how we call the picture that we are going to EA, which means we are editing it. In the beginning, I go to my select and I work on it, or I choose the one to identify me and identify the person who is here. In addition, I go to unlock the one I have, make me a copy of the person's model if we paralyze me. Hey Al-Ain, display the duplicate of the person, alright? Let's go back to the basic one that belongs to this one. I now have a copy of the person above. I press on it with the right and choose, which is to select the person I have here, but before I select it, or if I select it, it is not a problem. We go to the one below, which is automatically selected. That's how we identified it too, okay? Moving on. And don't tell me no since you're specified in the frame. Kamel, no problem. We will return it. Furthermore, once I specified the person for me and pressed right on you, went to a movie and deleted it from the list for the person. Why? Because I have a copy elsewhere. Confirm pressing OK. Heck, was it removed? If we hide this piece of information, I'll be here with you. Hey, the person disappeared from the background, but I got lost. Therefore, I am deleting a couple of additional details. Moreover, I included this as a content hour movie, and it will be entirely cancelled. Regardless of the intermediate effect, it doesn't bother me if I return with his back from what I have stated above. I make sure that Aliyar is in order to identify the person who is present for me, but he did not specify the extremities of his hand to me. I want him to identify every part of the person who is present in me. Han is in several ways specifically. We choose a second method like all the existing parts I have here. From the young man who is here, please specify all of them. Are all of his parts okay? This is how I used the second tool, which helped me identify the person I have. Here, after what I have identified for the person I have, a spirit on a list, a spirit on a list. Modify. I choose expanded. I choose to have a grade of 2 to provide me with a grade of selection. Put it okay, I grew up with you. Then I go to another. Addressing what is additional or a choice, I went to additional and chose what corresponds to me. Press on it. This provides me with a comprehensive description of the figure or person I possess. In my grasp, I have a mouse, which acts as a fixator or needle of some sort, and its side serves as a joint stabilizer or fastener. For the items you wish to move within a person, is it present or the figure is present in front of you, but for example on the hand? The arm is analogous to the second hand, allowing us to maintain comfort, while the body represents the central portion, in addition to the feet. Controls them. So we can manipulate them at our leisure, okay? At first I want to manipulate it by pressing the button I have and sitting with friends in the man. I will pull and adjust. I am from myself according to the movement I want. by pulling little by little in a way that balances it. And wake up the foot, Han. And so, in a manner of speaking, we pull like so. As we roast it. Negi, for the hand, we lower it, we lower the second joint, we press hand unit. Hassan appears rather dignified and well integrated. Similar for the second items. Do you wish to detach your hand here? What will I get back to you? Or according to what you would like to do? Or what did you move in the part of this person in front of you, or the figure? Sort of me for me, Hick. Would it be okay if we did this thing like this? Okay? We press Han, move a little proudly. We press I have okay. After I pressed okay, I have it right, I had this shape, and this is how the type changed. The movement of the hand and the movement of the men are different from before. We come to recall the picture, how it was before or after, and we come to choose the picture. How was she before? What about after? How about after a few seconds? So that we can make it bigger and it will be the same. Hey, is this the same as CZ? Heck, was it? Before, and like this. It became after like this before, and like this after, regardless of the lines that were. But I care about them. Here is a movement. The person I have. How was the arm that was here? The arm that was here. And the man was raised up. And how were they? This goes out. How? The man's movement was up. And what did I get down? Is it the same for Aiden? And the kind of head movement. So in this way, you can control the movement of people or objects in the picture, and their movement according to what type you want to be. What is the building on several important topics? Kind of how do you equal a tooth discoloration like A, and how do you equal an eye flash and hide it? And we talked about how you move the element and deleting it, and in addition to copying the element inside the image, one element of course, and in addition we talked about how you work on restoring images, and in addition we talked about how the image repeats more than one image, and we edited the objects, which is modifying the body how it was before, which is like this yet. And so before we edited it, and in addition we talked about how can you work for the dragon or make a somewhat simple effect in Photoshop, which is a version that is not like a version. Yes, this type. As soon as our lecture has ended for today, we will number, God willing, in a new lecture in the Photoshop Medicine course.